In order to understand overlapping consensus, it helps to contrast it with the idea of a modus vivendi. What is a modus vivendi? Well, this means more or less rule for living. The idea of a modus vivendi is that everybody accepts the comprehensive doctrine because they have to. Everyone's kind of gritting their teeth and saying, okay, well, all of us are too few. None of us have enough of a majority or enough stable power over time. We can't get our way all the time, so we're going to have to put up with everybody else. Right? So you can imagine a situation in which Catholics and Protestants were saying, okay, we love to wipe the other one out or force them to convert or drive them out of the country. But we can never be sure that we're going to be able to keep the true faith in power for long enough. So we're just going to have to accept something like Rawls' justice is fairness, some conception of justice that shares power because we have to. But if we could ever get a situation where we could securely dominate the others, we'd do it. Right? That's not overlapping consensus. Right? Overlapping consensus is more positive than that. The idea of overlapping consensus is we come to agree, at the very least, this is a good thing for society, something we want to preserve, not just because we don't have an alternative. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean that we think this is the one true conception of justice for all time. Maybe it doesn't mean in every case we even think it's the best, although that's controversial. But the idea is that we can agree, hey, it is a good thing, we affirm this, it's part of our identity that we want to have this conception of justice for our society. And actually, to some extent, that we want to have it as part of an overlapping consensus. We want to be able to share this agreement with people who have very different comprehensive doctrines than we have.